I'm Cassie Brown, and in this video I will be showing you how to make the selection of foliage leaves to go with your roses and crepe paper flowers. Hope you enjoy. Okay, let's talk leaves and foliage. So the crepe paper I'm using today is this stuff. Find it really good. It's got 250% stretch, which I personally think is amazing, especially for the flowers that I create. So it's one of my favourite products to use. Okay, so I have got the green. Now this is the darker green that comes in the pack. There is a lighter green, but I just think foliage, depending which type you're doing, I'm thinking rose leaves. This kind of foliage goes quite well. Now I want to put my leaf on wires because I want to wire them all together. So I'm using a 24 gauge wire, and I'm going to just pull a couple of those out. Now I personally think these are quite long, so I do tend to cut them in half. They're quite long to handle otherwise, but if you're doing a big bouquet, they'd be absolutely fine. I've got two templates. If I just get my measurer here, one measures 7.5 centimeters, the other one is measuring just 6.5. So we've got those at the ready. Now first I'm going to show you just using the full shape leaf. So I'm going to cut my width of paper the same as I always do, so just using that template as a guide so I know how wide I need to go. Now I'm going to fit probably 3 out of here, I think, so I'm going to be a bit generous with my folds. So I'm folding it into a concertina shape, and then I put my leaf on top. Now I'm just going to go around the edge of that leaf all the way top and bottom. Move the excess away, and as you can see, we've now got our leaf shapes. Now there's nothing wrong in saying you just use it like that, and all you're going to do is glue this on. So I'm going to get a little bit of glue just to the base of my leaf. I'm going to put my wire on, and then I'm going to fold. Now it's quite nice to fold leaves in the middle anyway, but then we open. Now don't worry if it looks a little bit messy there, because that will actually dry. But there we have one leaf on a wire. So that's really quick and easy, and you can do this with all of them. So all you're doing, a little bit of glue, and then you're just folding it round there and pulling it back a little bit. That looks perfectly fine, but I'm going to take it to the next level because I think it's really nice to put the veins going the right way on the leaf. So let's get rid of the big template and let's use the half shape one. Now I'm going to use this diagonally now, so I need the template to go across. So I'm going to have a much wider strip that I use to start with. Put the template down so I can go in a straight line. So as you can see, my strip is much bigger, and I'm thinking probably 4 out of here again. So I'm going to fold in half and then fold in half again, trying to keep it so that it's kind of level. I know it will want to move and dance around a little bit with you. Now, depending on how you work, I do this lots of different ways. Sometimes I get people to just cut it in half and then do the template. Sometimes I say just draw around the template. So I'm going to do it the way I find my customers find it easier. So we have 2 halves now. And what we need to do is line up the 1 half and start drawing around our template. That's the one half done. Now we go back to the second half. Now this is the only risk when you do it this way, is that sometimes it falls apart, so you do need to just put it back together again. And just hold it while you draw around there again. And we go all the way around. There we go. Now I'm not panicked about any rough edges at the moment. In fact, leaves do have rough edges, so it actually looks amazing. But as you can see at the moment, I have two halves and I've got the grain going sort of diagonally in that pattern. Now if I turn one over, now you can see the grains are going in two different patterns. So what I want to do, and I just find this easier myself, is I get one half and then half two. Oh, stuck together. Let's just pull that apart. Okay, so now you can see I've got two halves. And can you see when I put them together, I'm in the middle and they come away in that pattern. That's really important because that's what we want to create in this leaf. So I'm going to get my wire and I'm going to put glue just along that one half. Now I'm going to put my wire just on top. I'm going to move the glue around a little bit. Now once I'm happy with that, I'm going to get my next leaf and place on the top and push it down. Now I don't panic about being overlapping a little bit. My main aim at the moment is just to make sure that wire's covered so that you can't see it. That's really important. There we go. So it's completely covered. Now what we can do is start trimming it up. As you can see, I said I wasn't worried about these little spiky bits. We can go and trim them. I actually like the top of that. Sometimes you get two little points at the top. I happen to have mine at the bottom today, so I'm just going to trim them like so. And there we have a beautiful leaf. Now I would leave that to dry and then just give it a little bend. And doesn't that look so realistic? And then I've got a smaller one here that I can bring along and introduce. And straight away, you are now having all of your rose leaves. And I just think they look better than this one. But these ones are really good if you're just doing something quick and easy. And then let me just get a rose to go with our beautiful rose leaves. And there we are. Beautiful rose leaves. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.